Hi there, today I'll be showing you how to crochet a solid granny square like this one. I am going to be using the Red Heart Super Saver stripes. The color tone is jewel tone, and I'm using lot 31. All you need for this square is obviously your yarn. You're gonna need your hook size. I will be using a 4mm hook, my scissors, and then the yarn size I'm using is a 4. The recommended hook size for this one is a 5.5, but I'm going smaller because of the project I'm making. I'm making a big blanket and I wanted my stitches to come out smaller, so this is why I'm using this one. I will normally use a 5. This one is a 5. This one is a 5.25. This one's my favorite hook when it comes to Red Heart Granny Square yarn, or just Red Heart. I'm going to show you how to make the slip knot, which is going to create the loop in the center. I'm going to show you how to do the chains, the double crochet, and I'm also going to show you how to do a stack standing double crochet. Very easy stitches, and I'm going to go super slow for you so you understand what you're doing. I am also left-handed, so this is going to be a left-handed tutorial. Here's a square, and our yarn starts in this lovely teal color. Just gonna put that back over there. All right, so we're gonna start with our yarn. This is the end of our yarn, and we're just gonna create a slip knot. The way I make my slip knot is I just put the tail on my finger like this. I wrap it around my finger, my pointer finger, once. Now I have this little loop. I'm pinching it with my index and my thumb, and I'm going to use the yarn that's connected to the ball, and I'm just going to go through the little hole I just created, and I'm just going to pull and make a little knot like that. That's how I do my slip knot. Super easy. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna put my 4mm hook into the loop, just like that, and I'm just gonna pull. I will be holding the yarn that's connected to the ball, and I'm just gonna pull like that. I don't want it to be way too tight because I need my stitches to be just a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna leave my loop just like that, just a little loop like this, hook through, and I'm just gonna yarn over my yarn around my hook, just like that. Super simple. And with this hook part right here, I'm going to control where the yarn is gonna go. So I hold my hook like this, and sometimes like this. So right now we're just gonna pull the yarn through the hole like that, and that creates one chain, or one chain, and I need 3. So I'm gonna yarn over with my index finger from my right hand, yarn over, and again we're just gonna pull through the loop that we created in the stitch before. Now we have 2 stitches, and I'm going to do that one more time. I'm gonna yarn over and pull through. That made 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. So now after we have that, we're going to turn our work. This is the front. We're going to turn it backwards just like this, and there's some little bumps right here. One bump right here, that's 1 stitch. 2 bumps right there, that's a 2nd stitch, and the 3rd stitch is this bump right here. keeping your hook inside of the loop right here, we're gonna go into the very first loop we made, this bump right here. We're just gonna put our hook through there, and just how we did the chain, we're just gonna yarn over and control the hook to pass through that little bump, just like that. And now we're gonna pull this loop through our first loop that we have on the hook. Remember, always control your tension. I control it like this with my last two fingers right there. We're gonna pull through the first one we did. That's gonna create this little loop that we have right here. And we're gonna be working our stitches in there, right here. It's a little bit difficult to see. So I'm just gonna pull my loop just a little bit to show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm gonna open it just like that, and we're gonna be working in this hole right here. I'm gonna insert our hook in the loop. Right? It doesn't matter, we can fix that later. And now we're gonna put our hook into that hole coming across the other side. Now we're just gonna pull that a little bit. There we go. We're gonna yarn over or under, it doesn't matter. And we're just gonna pull this thread through the hole that we just created right there. We're just gonna pull up a loop, and we're gonna yarn over again, and we're gonna go through both loops just like that. We just created a single crochet or part of a standing stack double crochet. I'm going to show you how to finish this standing stack double crochet. So now you see we have this loop right here, which is what we normally be working into, but we're going to be working actually on this little leg right here that we just created. So we insert back our hook, and I'm just going to put my hook through that little leg that we just created, yarn over, pull up, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. And we're just going to do that one more time to finish off our standing stack double crochet. We're going to insert our hook into that leg again. Remember, we're not working up here in this loop, we're working into the leg. Insert our hook through the leg, pull out, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then pull through both loops. And this is going to count as our first double crochet. Now that we have that, we're going to go back into working into that hole that we were working on in this first stitch down here. So we're going to create a double crochet. We're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into the little hole that we were working on earlier. And while we're doing that, we're just going to be working on top of our tail so we don't have a tail to weave in later. We're just going to hold it steady with the rest of the chains over here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over. We're going to pull out 2 loops. That's 1, 2 loops. We're going to yarn over one more time, and we're going to pull out those 2 loops, and that is going to make a double crochet right here. So now we have 2. This one right here, that looks pretty thick, and then this one. We're going to do that again. We're going to yarn over, put our hook back into that little hole, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through those last 2 loops. If I'm going too fast for you, just go ahead and put a pause or just go back so you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to go as slowly as I possibly can. This is as slow as I can. So now we are coming up to our first corner. Our first corner right there. We just made those 3. Now we're going on to that corner. To make a corner is super easy. We're just going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. That's it. That's all you need for a corner. Now we're going to go ahead and work again into that same little hole. We're going to do this 3 more times. So we're going to do 3 double crochets into that same little hole right there. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. Let's do that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's make that last double crochet, yarn over, insert to the hole, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have come up to our second corner. We're just going to do the same thing we just did over here. We're just going to do 2 chains. I'm going to grab our yarn and see how we're still working over this tail. After we're done working over the tail, we're just going to cut that yarn and we don't have to worry about it. It's not going to come undone or anything like that. Yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull. That's our second corner. Now we're going to work on 3 more double crochets into that same little hole right there. Okay, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do that 2 more times. 1, 2. Let's make another corner right here. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and this is going to be our last little cluster. These are called clusters. Anything that's like over 2 stitches is a cluster. Yarn over, insert into that very same hole we've been working on. Pull through, that's 1, 2, and 1 more. 3. There we are. And now we're just going to make our very last corner to close this first round up. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2 chains, and now to close up this corner. So we're just going to insert our hook into this very first V stitch that you see right there. It looks like a little V. If you turn it right side up, this is 1 stitch right here, 1 stitch right here, 1 stitch right there. So we're just going to insert our hook into that very first one that you see up here. We're just going to go through both of those stitches right there, both of the loops. And then we're just going to pull that yarn through, just like that. And now we're just going to pull again through that other loop that was in our hook, and we're just going to pull tightly. Okay, so now we have created our first round for the solid granny square. Now if you want, you can just tighten that just a little bit and just cut that tail off. It's not going to come undone, like I said earlier. Should be fine. I've always done this, it's never been an issue. All right, so how do we start our second round? I will show you up to make up to 5 rounds, and if you feel comfortable enough, you can do 6 rounds, 7 rounds, whatever, how many rounds you want. All right, so we're gonna work again with that loop. So this time we're just gonna go right into this hole that we just closed up right here. Our hook is just gonna go around and into that hole, and we're gonna pull up a loop. There we go. We're gonna yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. We're making our stack standing double crochet. That's 1 stitch right there. Again, working into that leg. Pull the yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. And then we do that one more time just to finish off our standing stack double crochet. So we're gonna put our, our hook through that leg right there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops, just like that. And that is our first double crochet. So what are we doing next? Next, we're gonna work again into that same hole. We're just gonna do 1 more double crochet into this same hole. So we're gonna yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through those last 2, and we are creating that corner. So this is half of the corner. Now we're just going to keep on going around until we get back to that corner. So where do we work next? So this is one of our stitches right here. This is the second. This is another stitch. So we're going to be working into that little loop that you see right here. It's a little bit hard to access, but our hook should be able to go through there. Okay, so let's put our hook back into our loop, pull or tug. We're going to yarn over and then put our hook through that loop that we were talking about earlier, and then pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And we're just going to do that 2 more times to finish off this row, and then we're going to start on our corner. So again, yarn over, insert, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to do that again into the next stitch. All right, now we're just going to be working on our corner right here. So just how we did over here, we're going to be working on 2 double crochets into this corner, and then we're going to build the corner by doing 2 chains and then 2 more double crochets into that same little hole right there. Yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 double crochet. Two double crochets, and now we're going to be working the 2 chains. 1, 2, and again 2 double crochets into that same hole. One, and 2. All right. we have now finished that corner, and we're just going to keep on doing what we just did over here. So we're going to be working on the next 3 double crochets. We're going to be working a double crochet on each one. So one in that little hole right there. Remember to always do that one or your count will come out off. 1, 2, 3. Again, a corner is just 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, and you're just going to keep on doing that along, and I will meet back with you when we are coming up to this corner. Okay, I have come back around, and I'm just gonna do these last 3 double crochets on camera. That's 3, and now we're just going to be working 2 double crochets into this hole right here. All right, and now we're just going to do 2 chains, 1, 2, and we're going to slip stitch in that very first V that you see there. Just going to insert our hook, pull up a loop, and then pull through the last loop, and that is the second row. We are just finished this row right here, and now we're going to start our 3rd row, which is right here. All right, so just how we did earlier, we are just going to put our hook through the hole that we just created. Oh, my yarn is looking crazy. We're just going to be putting our hook into the loop that we just created, and we're going to pull up the loop to start our standing stacked double crochet. We're going to pull through both loops, put our hook through this little leg that we just made, just like that, and do that one more time to finish off our standing stacked double crochet. Nope. There we go. All right, and now we're just going to do another double crochet into that same hole. And now instead of 3 double crochets working, we're going to be working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more double crochets before working into our corner right here. Just going to take a seat. And I'm just gonna work this on camera with you guys. I have come up all the way to the end, and now I'm just going to be working my corner. So 2 double crochets, two chains, 2 double crochets into that same space, and now working my next 7 double crochets in a row. Alright, now the corner, and now my yarn will be changing colors. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and now the next 7 stitches in a row. I will meet you guys back up when we're back to this corner. I am back up here at the corner, and I'm just going to close up this corner doing 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then 2 chains, and then slip stitching up in the first stitch right there. Remember, the slip stitch is just inserting our hook, yarning over, pulling through both loops. There we go. All right, this is how it's coming out so far. This is our 3rd row, 3 out of 5. It looks a little bit wonky, I know, but after I'm done with it, I'm just gonna block it with my blocking board over there in the corner, and it's gonna come out perfectly fine, just like this one. All right, so I'm just going to show you how to start it one more time, and after that I think you guys should be set. I will be showing you my end product, how it looks at the end, and I personally like how it comes out changing colors like this because of the specific project I have in mind for it. But I don't know, some people might not like it changing colors or how it changes colors. Example, this one, I like how it looks because of my specific project, but some people might not like that. This one has 3 different colors, and I think that looks cool, so I don't know, to each their own. But yeah, like I said before, I'm just gonna finish. I'm gonna show you guys actually how to start this round again, just one more time. Insert into that same big hole, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops, insert into that leg, sorry, that was my kid, and then do that one more time into that little leg that we see right there. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to grasp, but it's okay. All right, and now another double crochet into that same space, and we should be working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 double crochets before hitting our corner again. So I will meet you guys back up when I am done crocheting all of this round. Finishing up my round here, just doing my last 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and chaining, or sorry, slip stitching into my corner right there. Okay, now that I have finished my 4th round, I'm just going to do that one more time so I can get my 5 rounds out of the way, and I will meet you guys back up when I'm finished with doing that. Okay, so this is my finished square right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off this yarn. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a tail so I can weave in that end. So right here, I'm just gonna pull that little last loop out, just one. Pull out, there we go. Just gonna bring that a little bit closer. And I'm just gonna take my darning needle right here and just thread it. Right, just like that. And right here, we're gonna make an invisible loop right there. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it where we would normally put it through at the end. Then that first chain or stitch right there, pull through, and we're gonna see our 2 loops right there, 1, 2. Gonna grab the little a loop right there and pull it out and just tighten it. I'm gonna turn it around and grab these 2 little stitches right here, just one here and one here. I'm gonna put my darning needle through both of those, just like that. Pull it and not close it all the way, because we're gonna stick our needle back into that big loop we're closing out, and just pull as tight as you want, and it's not gonna come out of there. So what I'm gonna do right now, just gonna hide my tail, just going around a few times. I do 2 little circles right there, and I'm just gonna thread it through my back stitches right here, and I'm just gonna do that until I don't have any more space. And make sure it's not coming out through the front, is that it's just going through. Alright, pull it out over here. I use my scissors for support. And just pull it all the way out. Make sure it's tight. Stretch it a little, and I'm just gonna cut that little thread right there. And that's secure, and it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna pull on my blocking board over here. All right, and I'm just gonna place it in there. So I'm just gonna put this right here. I already have it pre-measured because I have 3 more blocks over here. All right, and then just pull down, and that's how you block it. That's how I block it, at least. I just leave it like that for a few hours, and then when I'm ready, or when I make more squares, I just pop them all out and just put it to the side. I just leave it like that for a few hours so it can get some time to stretch. I gotta weave in those little ends. I'll do that later. But yeah, that's how you do the solid granny square. At least that's how I do it. That's how I learned. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want me to do any other tutorials left-handed, just let me know down in the comments and I'll consider doing that. Most likely will do it. Like this video if you like this video, and then yeah, just leave a comment. Let me know how I did. Hopefully good. Subscribe if you would like to subscribe to me. That will mean very much to me. And yeah, just stay safe out there with the hurricanes and stuff. I know I live down in Florida, so we have them over here. But just stay safe out there, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.